So localized cryotherapy is essentially a targeted cold treatment that focuses on specific areas of the body rather than exposing the entire body to extreme cold. And here's a simple explanation of how it works. So when localized cryotherapy is applied to a specific area of your body, extremely cold temperatures, and in my case, I'm using a vapor from liquid nitrogen. So liquid nitrogen is converted into a cold vapor and comes out of the wand, as you can see in the video. And that's targeted then at a specific spot for a short time. It could be from a couple of minutes, depending on the area of the body, to maybe sort of 10 minutes. And this intense cold causes several things to happen. Number one, blood vessels in the area immediately narrow. So they constrict, which reduces the blood flow and helps to decrease inflammation and swelling. So number two, the cold temporarily numbs nerve endings, which then can provide some pain relief. And number three, when the cold treatment stops, blood rushes back to the area, bringing fresh oxygen and nutrients while flushing away waste products. And number four, this cold then warm cycle triggers your body's natural healing responses, which all helps them with your recovery from the injury. So the treatment feels like a blast of very cold air against your skin. Unlike traditional ice packs, they might take between 20 and 30 minutes to work. Localized cryotherapy delivers the intense cold very quickly. So again, like I mentioned before, it may be from a few minutes to maybe 10 or 12, depending on the area of the body that we're targeting. And the vapor doesn't feel that cold. It is quite cold when it comes out of the gun, but it just doesn't feel that cold on the tissue, on the skin. And it penetrates the tissue and the skin much more deeply. So it really gets into the body and really gets into that area of where the tissue needs to be treated. So people often use localized cryotherapy for muscle soreness, joint pain, inflammation, pain management, or to support recovery after exercise or injury. And think of it as a modern, more efficient version of classic ice pack treatment. It's just more colder and more targeted. So let's have a look at sports massage. So sports massage is a hands-on treatment that focuses on the muscles and the soft tissues of your body. And here's a simple explanation of how that works. So during a sports massage session, a therapist like myself would use my hands or elbows, or it could be forearms, to apply various pressures and movements to your tissue and your muscles. And I might use techniques like circular movements, or it could be long strokes, or it could be deep pressure on specific points. All depends on what the issue is with the tissue. And sports massage works in several ways. So firstly, it physically breaks up knots and tight spots in your muscles that develop during exercise or during daily activities. So those really, really tight spots that you might get, and it could even be through stress that you get those tight knots as well. Secondly, it increases the blood flow to your muscles, and that brings in more oxygen, more nutrients, whilst also helping to remove any waste products that build up maybe during exercise. And exercise doesn't mean, going out for a 10-mile run. It could be just walking the dog, or it could be just walking around the block. It could be anything, okay? Or even just dancing in the kitchen. So 3, it helps stretch tight muscles and the fascia. So the fascia is, in all of our body, is connective fascia. It's the tissue, it's the connective tissue which surrounds muscles. And that helps then to improve your flexibility and to improve your range of motion. So it just brings more flexibility to the tissues in that area. And that helps you then with your movement. And fourthly, it stimulates your nervous system in ways that can reduce the pain signals and promote relaxation. So it really does help to relax you and the body. And unlike a sort of a typical relaxation massage, there are different types of massages. Sports massage often involves thermopressure. It all depends on you. You can constantly talk to during the treatment. And it focuses on that problem area related to the reason why you came to see me in the first place. And it can
Sports massage can be for maintenance. It should be regular maintenance to keep your body functioning well. It could be done before exercise to help you prepare for exercise. It can help you to recover from exercise or recover from injury as well. So it would also help you to recover from injury and prevent injury. And if you think about the maintenance side, when you have a regular sports massage, think about how you might service a car to keep it running smoothly. The massage helps you tune up your muscles so they can potentially perform better and recover faster and stay more flexible. So that gives you that more range of motion, that gives you more ability to go for those walks, to go for those runs, or even sort of have that sort of dance in the kitchen or walk around the block. Doesn't mean you have to do exercise or physical activity from, go to the gym, etc. It just helps you to keep mobile during your day-to-day activities. Another treatment that we offer at Cryosport-recovery is dry needling. And dry needling is a treatment technique that uses very, very thin, solid needles to address muscle pain and movement problems. And during a dry needling session, so a very, very fine sterile needle is just inserted through your skin and into specific trigger points in your muscles. So these trigger points are tight knots or bands that can cause pain both in that area and also in other areas of your body. And unlike acupuncture, which is based on traditional Chinese medicine concepts of energy flow along the meridian lines, dry needling specifically targets physical trigger points identified when we examine your muscles. We can just feel a tightness in the muscles. And it works in several ways. So firstly, when the needle hits a trigger point, it can often cause a brief muscle twitch or cramp sensation. And this twitch then helps to release the tight knot in the muscle. And secondly, the small controlled injury created by the needle triggers your body's natural healing response, including or increasing blood flow to the area. Thirdly, the needling disrupts the pain signals that travel from these trigger points to your brain, and that provides relief. And fourthly, it helps reset the overly tense muscles to their normal state, improving the movement and the function. So the treatment might cause a very, very brief moment of discomfort when the needle hits a trigger point, because it's a very, very tense part of your tissue. But then immediately afterward, you feel that relief. And as your muscles relax and the pain decreases, you get more and more relief with the dry needling. I might think of it as resetting tight muscles that have gotten stuck in a painful pattern. So the needle helps to break the cycle and allows the muscle to return to its normal function. So what is electro-dry needling? Well, that combines the traditional dry needling with a gentle electrical stimulation. And the treatment starts just like regular dry needling. So we put the thin sterile needles into the specific trigger points or tight areas in your muscles. But then comes the key difference. Small clips are attached to some of the needles, and these needles and these clips are connected to a device that delivers mild electrical pulses. And the treatment works through several mechanisms. So firstly, the needles help themselves to help release those tight knots in your muscles, just like regular dry needling. And secondly, the added electrical current causes gentle, rhythmic muscle contractions around the needles. It just helps to reset the muscle fibers, which have become tight or dysfunctional. And thirdly, these electrical pulses stimulate your nerves in ways that can block pain signals and trigger your body to release natural pain-relieving chemicals. And fourthly, the combination of needle and electricity enhances the blood flow to your area, promoting faster healing. And trust me, the electrical stimulation isn't painful. Most people describe it as a gentle tapping or buzzing or pulsing sensation. And we just adjust the intensity to keep you comfortable. So think of it as giving your muscles a mini workout whilst they're being treated. And the small repeatedly. So it breaks up that tension patterns more effectively than needles alone might accomplish. And this enhanced version is really, really useful, for persistent muscle problems, chronic pain conditions, and it helps to restore that proper movement patterns.
And if you'd like to know more, you can contact me on email, andrea@cryosport-recovery.co.uk, or you can telephone 01633 449 883, or visit my website, www